Hey guys, welcome to What's Up Wednesday. Your host Polished Gaming here. Without further ado, we'll get into what's been going on this week. Now, as last week, I was playing Tuaga Among Souls, and I completely finished that. Got the full 1,000 in that. Did take a little bit of grinding out the last the last points pretty much needed, because you need to go to the shop and you need to download all buy all the relics, buy all the masks, everything like that. That takes a little bit of time. So I went through the game basically 3 times to complete that. So that's a good 1,000 there this week. And with this, and also on the Game Pass, they released a game called Open Roads, which is a pretty simplistic, easy kind of story game, I guess. It's, yeah, you're basically moving out, and then you find out that your mum has all these photos, and you pretty much find out there's a little bit of history between her and her mum, and it's a bit of a weird one. It's kind of a little bit soppy, but it's not too bad. Easy 1,000. So that was about an hour. It was actually about, I think it was only about an hour to 1 to 2 hours to complete. It only took about an hour and 10 minutes, so it wasn't too bad. Next on the list here, we got Ziggy. That's a 3,000 gamer score game. It's a little platformer. To be honest, quite a terrible platformer. It's one of those ones where basically it almost feels like you're constantly sliding on ice. You're forever, instead of like going a fluid jump like Mario or anything, it's more like, I'm trying to think of what games like it were back in the day that were like it. Basically, you just slide off everything, and it doesn't really feel fluid in jumping. When you jump, it kind of feels like you're floating over rather than actually jumping. So, wouldn't rate it very highly, but very easy 1,000, or a very easy 3,000 in under an hour. So, pretty happy with that one. Now, next game here is a little bit of an older title, which I believe was released for Dreamcast, Saturn, and PS2. I know it was PS2. I'm not entirely sure if it was Dreamcast, but I believe that it was originally Saturn. No, actually, I'm not entirely sure if it was Saturn. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I remember seeing this on Dreamcast. I'm not entirely sure if it came out in the PAL regions, but Gunbird. Really cool shoot 'em up. Pretty cool little SB. You're around about, I think, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters. Yeah, it's a pretty cool little shoot 'em up. Not much to be said. Currently a bit off more than I can chew, I think, with 1,000. I think I may be raking water uphill with that one. So I'll give it a go, because you basically got to complete the game with no continues on very hard, and I'm up to normal, which is 3 away from very hard, and I get to pretty much the last 2 levels, and that's where I start to flake out and I start to lose my lives. I got 8 lives, but you can't have any continues. The moment you continue, you might as well just start again. So it is a bit frustrating, but I will persevere, and I think I will get there. I do like shoot 'em ups. It's just all about muscle memory, pretty much, repetition, and you will eventually get it. There are ones where it does seem like the bullets are a bit biased towards you, and they come straight, like sometimes they almost trap you. But those are that's kind of quarrels with a bullet hell game. So, and this is a Sekiro title, actually. Yeah, Sekiro, which I actually have the Sekiro Collection Volume 1, Volume A and B. I don't have the C, because that is Japanese for the Nintendo Switch. Got some awesome shooters. I actually would really like to eventually get the Cave Shoot 'em Up series on the Xbox 360, so that will be a pretty cool one to get as well. Yep, and yeah, so that one I'm still currently doing. I think I'm only about 460 gamer score, so I will eventually hopefully get the 1,000 in that, but it is a bit difficult. Next one here is another easy 1,000, very easy 1,000. Dark Gems. That was it's pretty average, actually. You basically just got this drilling kind of unit. You go through drills. You accumulate money. You accumulate money to get to the next level, and you got to buy better drills, and then you can get you basically go for diamonds, emeralds. Yeah, it's pretty much just, in a sense, like a Bomberman, I guess, but it's nothing like Bomberman. So yeah, Dark Gems, I've got on the Xbox One, so I will download it for the Xbox Series X as well, so that'll be another 3,000 gamer score on top of the already 3,000 gamer score for the Xbox One. And this week, East Asiasoft and I can't remember the other company basically released a whole lot of DLC, basically add-ons to all of their cheap, easy games, which basically, like I say in last week's episode, they'll introduce the 1,000 gamer score, and they'll pretty much be like, say the first gamer score was get to level 70, and then you'll get the next update, and it'll be like complete level 30, 40, 50, and 60, and then you've already done it, so you automatically get the achievements. Sometimes a little bit differently, but I've had 2 of them, or actually multiple this week. I had the Fast Journey, which I didn't realize that was a while back that came out with DLC, and I forgot about it. So that was 1,000. Then came the Zombie Derby, I was about to say. The Zombie Derby series. These are pretty cool little series. You're basically just you're pretty much in a car, you're running over zombies. You've got to build up your defense by building front barricades and stuff like this. You got to get traction on your tires so you can go up hills faster. You've got to get nitro. You got to do up your motor, and you got to do up your weapon. Then once you've done all these, you've got to basically, in a sense, reserve what you need, like reserve your gas, reserve your ammunition, reserve your nitro. It's got to be very specific. So when you get to the end, you're pretty much running on bare bones, but you just make it across the line. So the Zombie Derby 1, Zombie Derby 2, and Zombie Derby Pixel Survival, I think it's called. Those are the 3 games that got 1,000 each on those. So that was also another 3,000 gamer score right there. So Speak's been pretty good. Currently, at the moment, I'm sitting at 1,061,480 gamer score. Hoping that goes up a little bit more. Like I say, I will be playing Dark Gems on the Series X. There's a few other 3,000 games that came out with the sale this week, so I'll download those. This week I did, in my pickups, I do collect another 360 games, so that does put me at 240. So I'm currently getting down there. Once I get at that 200, I will do a video clip on, basically a bit of a little insight into what I have on a 360 and what I have left, really, that's going to be a bit of a major. But yeah, and also this week I decided to go a little bit down the retro route and on top of Gunbird, which was a more of a lines of kind of a port, basically just an old arcade port, pretty much straight to the Xbox 360 with the Xbox Series X. So that was pretty fun. But these ones, these are some of my greatest games. I really do love these games. First of all, we'll go Bobble Bobble Bobble. Now, if you look at this, as you can see, it is terribly faded. I bought this. Don't know why when I bought it. I guess I kind of saw that it wasn't too faded. I must have, maybe he filtered it or something, but it was terribly faded. That's supposed to be yellow up there. It's supposed to be yellow around the edge. I think it's supposed to be blue. What's her name? Bub and Bob? No, isn't it? No. Oh yeah, Bubblin and Boblin. I didn't actually know that. I put their names of Bill and Bob, but no, it's Bubble and Bob. Bubblin and Bob. What was it again? Bubblin and Boblin. It just sounds just stupid. 100 levels, cool game. Yeah, like I say, I will upgrade this one. As you can see, it's sunfade on the side as well. Condition-wise, inside is not actually too bad. Manual's pretty good, and of course the cart is pretty good condition. Gave this a jam. It's one of those ones you have to really sit down and have a little game. I did only kind of get a little bit of time to play this week in terms of retro stuff. So with this one here, I only got to level 13. I've been to level 100 originally when I used to play this as a kid. Whoa, what? It says here 200. I only remember there being 100 levels in the original one. What? Obviously, I must have got that wrong, or maybe there's specific ways on getting past it. Because I remember getting to level 100, and it's just a massive ghost that takes up your screen. Like you have to. I can't remember the way that I beat it, but the fact that maybe I did get to level 200. All I know is I beat this game, or for what I gather, I beat this game. I got to level 100. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna have to revisit this game again and try and complete that game fully. But yeah, Bubble Bobble, absolutely great game. Yeah, if you haven't played this, wicked tunes in it. It could get stuck in your head rent free for the rest of your life with that tune. But yeah, cool game. Even got a speed up mode when basically you are running late. You've got a kind of specific timer, and then once your timer is close to being up, all of a sudden it releases a death ghost, which you cannot stop. And if he gets near you, you are done. So yeah, pretty wicked game. And my second one this week, which this is probably one of my favorite games of all time, Rainbow Islands. And I'm not actually joking yet on that one. I love platformers, and this one here, it just had just everything. The rainbows, the way that it works. I don't know. It's really cool. I just fell in love with this game when I was a kid, and still to this day it holds up well. I've also got it on the Sega Saturn. I'm trying to actually find Parasol Stars, which I believe is on DS as well. So I will be finding that one. I know there's a Wii or a PSP, I think. I'd like to get all the Rainbow Islands. Like, I think Rainbow Islands Paradox. No, it is Parasol Stars. That's the one. Yeah, and I've got the Bubble Bobble / Rainbow Islands. Actually, I could probably actually see it here. Is it behind me? No, is it over here? There it is. Yeah, so I have the... Don't know if you can see that it's shining up. It might not be shining up, but that's the Bubble Bobble. And you see, and this one says 125 levels. What is going on? Why does that one say 200 then? Anyway, confusing, but yeah, absolutely wicked game. Love the heck out of it. Is one of my favorite games as I say, of all time. It just holds up so well and still holds up to this day. There is actually 8 levels to this one. 4 rounds in each level. And when you get to the 4th round, you face a boss, which is pretty much a bigger version of the monsters that you're versing. Except there is one I do remember as a kid. I think it was level 6, and his name was like D-O-H. I don't know if that's actually what the Japanese intended on calling it. It's probably like Do or something. But yeah, it's a cool game. Basically, you float out. You pretty much push out rainbows. You can either hit the enemies or you can push the rainbow above them, jump it on it, and it will come down on them. If you do that, you're likely to get either a urn, which will give you double rainbows, a wand, which will, every time that you break the rainbow, it will basically spread out stars everywhere. And of course, what you're trying to get is the gems. There are 7, R-A-I-N-B-O-W, rainbow. So yeah, there's 7 gems, and once you get that 7th gem, you get to the end, and basically one of your bubble friends will come. One of your friends that will come over, and basically he will give you a big gem, and you'll get something out of the chest. Either you can choose to talk to him or talk to the chest. Every time I always choose the chest. I've never chose to talk to him. So yeah, cool game. Like I said, I completed this game when I was a kid. I only got to level 2 on this one. I was kind of a little bit, like I say, running a bit low on time, and I don't know. I'm playing on an absolutely shoddy old 3-button Mega Drive one, and I believe the controls aren't the greatest. I think the right stick on the directional was a little bit loose, which makes me think that I could actually take it apart, and it might actually be the rubber joints in the bottom of it that might be having issues. But yeah, the story of Bubble Bobble 2. That's the reason why I've got this, because this is actually Bubble Bobble 2. I think, in fact, there is actually a Bubble Bobble 2 though, if I remember rightly. Actually, I just realized as well, I forgot that I had this. I also have it on the NES, an absolutely crispy version, probably one of my cleanest NES boxes that I've got. Absolutely. Now that, see, there you go. Well, yeah, it's supposed to have yellow outside. They're supposed to be, well, look at that. They're not supposed to, one's supposed to be blue, one's supposed to be green. So there you go. That goes to show that, yeah, and that's what I don't know if it's supposed to be blue or it's supposed to be red, but yeah, you can kind of see with that, yeah, it's not the, that is Sun Faded to Hell. So I will be getting a new version of that at some point. I will be on the lookout for that. I don't think I'll need another version of that because that is minty. But yeah, yeah, pretty much that's all for this week. I have a couple of things coming in this week that I've got for the weekly pickups that are pretty cool. Bit of a PlayStation load this week. So yeah, keep on viewing my videos. I'm really enjoying it. I mean, I'm not going up very fast, but I'm just enjoying giving the information out there. Like I say, yeah, if you haven't liked and subscribed to get notified, flick at a notification, get the instantly notified when I release the video. And yeah, so far, like I say, I'll be doing 2 a week. This one will be running a little bit over time. Currently, at the moment, it is 6 o'clock. I'm supposed to release at 6 o'clock, so it'll probably be in another 30 minutes, so 6:30. There's no real deadline on the Wednesday ones, but normally it's going to be 6 o'clock. Just I have been very busy this week, working on a couple of my cars. Finally fixed my Subaru, which was a thermostat, and then my Daimyo had a bit of issues with the battery, so we done that. Then it blocked the main fuse block, so I had to go Parts Master and find Parts Connection and find that. And now I've got a leak in my radiator, which I also need to find the leak on that, which is racking my brain trying to find it. So yeah, but basically 2 of the cars are working, but now of course with the Daimyo, something happened with the fuses, so I unfortunately have no radio. So either I've blown the fuse, arcing it, or something's up because it's not fuses. I've checked all the fuses. So yeah, back to the drawing board. I'll talk to my mate Kylan, who's very good with the electrical minded, and yeah, well, hopefully next week I've got 3 working cars. But until then, yeah, I've got 2 working cars and 1 without a radio. So yeah, it's been a bit of an intense week, but hopefully next week's a little bit more chill. This week I've got to go down and help a mate out, help the bro out with his mum's basically renovations of an old house. And so yeah, I'll be doing my other video a little bit earlier. But so if I do collect any weekly ones and I don't give a shout out to somebody, it's probably because of the fact that I didn't receive it for Friday, because that's when I'll be doing the video for Sunday. So yeah, stay tuned. Keep on, and yeah, hopefully next week we'll have some more games, get a bit of retro in you, and yeah, till then, we'll see you guys later. Have a good day.